Oh, well, look who's here. Well, welcome back, folks. It's been a couple weeks. Today is Thursday, July 9th, 2026. Hope everything's been going well. This is
Dr. Marc.
I'm Elmer, and we are Marc
and Elmer's
PSI
Piano Scene Investigations.
And we are here for you today. Please, if you like our episode today, our discussions, our topics, you like us as company, please go down below the video and like, comment, and subscribe. And please don't forget to visit us on Facebook. The conversation's wonderful, hopefully. If you are born today, you share the same birthday as Anya Dorfman.
Oh.
Born today in 1899, passed away in 1984. She's a Russian-born American pianist. She eventually found her way to teaching at Juilliard, eventually.
I think I played in a master class of hers one time.
Of hers?
Yeah, Anya Dorfman.
Yeah.
I think so.
Well, interestingly enough, after reading about Anya Dorfman, her playing has very little in common with the Russian tradition.
Oh.
Supposedly, at a young age, at 11, 12 years old, she went to Paris and studied in Paris.
Mm.
And I guess when she, after she was done at Paris, she decided to go home, but there was so much turmoil going on, she decided to go back. And so she stayed in Paris. She got to study with, the greats, the Cortot and others, I would imagine. Also born today, Leonard Pinario.
Wow.
Born today, 1924, died in 2008. For most of you young ones, you may not know who he is. He is a New Yorker, but eventually made his home in California, Hollywood.
He deserves a place up there with the big American pianists.
Yes, he is.
One of my favorite recordings when I was a teenager was it was of the second and third Rachmaninoff concerti.
Yeah,
I think it was on either side of the record. Is that possible?
Yeah, it was. It was. He was probably one of the few pianists that did all the osias.
Yeah.
And so,
I mean, there's some great fellas. One that comes to mind is John Browning. Van Cliburn eclipses everybody because of the historic win and all that. But there's some great people we had. Wasn't Julius Katchen was American, wasn't he?
Julius Katchen, yes.
And who was it? Jerome Lowenthal?
Jerome Lowenthal, yes. Jerome, and so was Raymond.
And of course, most people know he was so famous. Willie Capel.
William
Capel, but he died earlier on. He was a preview of Van Cliburn in a sense. Because he studied with
Rosina Levine.
No. Willie Capel studied with
Joseph. He did study with Joseph because he kept bragging
he
on
studied
it.
with the old lady. What was her name? Olga Samaroff.
Olga Samaroff.
Yeah, he was a protege of Olga Samaroff. Poor boy, though. I don't know where he was coming from. Was it from Asia or was he in Hawaii or whatever? But the plane didn't quite make it onto the runway in San Francisco.
Yeah,
went down.
Sadly.
But there were some really great American pianists from that time, really trained well.
Oh, yeah. Leon Fleischer.
We profited from all of these great European pedagogues and pianists that moved to the United States. Mm-hmm. I mean, in a way, I have to thank Adolf Hitler for that. And the Nazis, they got out of town and came over to America and established things like that before. The Godofsky was over way before. He was one of the founding members at Eastman.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah, he was.
And Hoffman was the president for a long time of Curtis. I mean, can you imagine that? Some of the most luminescent pianistic figures in history ended up in the United States.
In the United States, yes, they did.
And we got the benefits of all of that.
Yeah, absolutely. Much to add about Pinario here.
Yeah.
He is a composer pianist.
I read about that.
He is a composer pianist. I've seen some of his work. March of the Lunatics. That's a fun one. It has sort of a...
Did he do any film music?
Yes, he did.
So,
he did. He did one called Julie. It has sort of a Hitchcockian quality to it. Lots of thrills and screams and anyways, he composed this famous encore, Midnight on the Cliffs. And he played that practically at every one of his concerts. He did play it for Horowitz at one time. He played it for Horowitz, and Horowitz says, "Why must it have so many notes?" So,
he probably got belittled a little bit because he went to Hollywood.
Yeah, a little bit.
That's a thing in America when you it used to be, move past the classical world, then you know.
Yeah, a little bit.
But I can think of another great pianist, American pianist, who broke off from the classical mold.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
Earl Wild.
Earl Wild.
Yes, he did.
Guy made a fortune with NBC and radio work.
Yeah.
And he was orchestrating and playing with the orchestra and doing all kinds of stuff like that. A lot of behind the scenes stuff.
Yeah.
And then when he's finally done, and had done well.
Oh, done very well.
He got serious about bringing his music back. He'd been performing, but most of his life was in New York City with NBC. Mm-hmm. And Penario went out and got involved with the movies and stuff.
Yep, he did.
Yeah,
he did. Anyways, I did get to see him play live.
Oh.
So I was about 13 or 14 years old, and he played in Findlay, Ohio. What used to be the Central Junior High School. We had a nice stage there. It was very, nice auditorium actually.
Born in 64?
Me?
You?
Yeah, 64.
So this was 77, 78?
Yeah, somewhere around there, just after the bicentennial.
Mm-hmm.
So.
When did he die?
2008.
Oh, wow. So he was still active.
Oh, yeah. He was. Yeah. Well, actually, I would imagine when he performed in Findlay, Ohio, he was possibly going on one of his last, tours.
Really?
Yeah, because after that, he retired and wanted to live a lifelong dream of being a bridge competitor.
Oh, I remember
he played cards. He had partners there, and he played bridge, and apparently he made it to a very high level of playing. Mm-hmm. So he was quite the bridge player.
You guys should check him out. He was a hell of a pianist.
Oh, he was a wonderful
and not just a pianist. It was really lovely the way he plays the music. It wasn't bangy or anything like that.
But it was very athletic.
Yeah.
He does have a recording out. I don't know if it's still available. I would imagine you could probably find it on eBay, where he plays all movie themes.
Oh, cool.
All movie themes. He does particularly Nina Rhoda.
Mm-hmm.
He plays the theme from Romeo and Juliet, but a very elaborate arrangement of it.
People may or not know about it, but there were some when we were youngish guys, right, in the 70s and even the 80s. Or Peter Nero. And Roger Williams. I mean, these were really fine pianists.
Yeah.
But especially Peter Nero. He was trained to be... But he's British, not American?
I don't know. He did study with Adele Marcus. He studied with Adele Marcus. And the story goes, going straight into classical music was just not him. He found it more profitable to be playing pop music.
Well, yeah.
But much of it was influenced by his classical training. And so for a while he was here in Columbus. He did the Columbus Pops for a number of years.
Really, he was based here?
Yeah, well, not based here, but he
stayed
here. He stayed here for a while, not very long, just maybe 2 or 3 years. And he conducted the Columbus Pops.
Wow.
Peter Nero, he's a showman. Okay, his only oddity was conducting with his left hand. And so most conductors, right hand, but left hand. He would also, apologies. Anyways, he would he eventually he kept doing concerts. He toured still. I know one of my friends who used to manage the Baldwin store up in Findlay, Ohio. He was asked to provide the piano for one of his concerts in Toledo. And anyways, he had this placard out in the front, with a picture of Peter Nero on it. And on the bottom it says, Peter Nero plays Baldwin pianos. And he came over and told, who put this up right here? And he says, well, I did. He says, well, you can't do that. You can't put the Baldwin. No, you can't. He says, well, tonight you're playing on a Baldwin. That's what you're playing up there. He says, but you don't understand. I'm a Steinway artist. I'm a Steinway artist. He says, but yeah, I know you're a Steinway artist, sir. Maestro, you are a Steinway artist, but tonight you are playing on a Baldwin piano.
Yeah.
There's nothing I can do about that. He says, and he finally just got exasperated, and he says, but you don't understand. I prefer Steinway pianos.
Yeah.
And his reply was, oh, I completely understand. I prefer Oscar Peterson, but we have you.
Good one.
So, anyways, that night, he was Peter Nero performing that night, and he was going to be playing on a Baldwin piano. There was no escaping that.
George Bollett loved Baldwins.
Oh yeah, George Bollett did, and for a long time, Earl Wild was,
he was a Baldwin artist, right?
Yes, he was connected with Baldwin for a long time until they, were sold to the Gibson guitars.
Yeah.
So
the old ones are really quite nice.
Yeah, they were.
Well, but that's true of a lot of pianos before 29. 29 was the great year that changed everything in piano manufacturing. Great Depression.
Yeah.
There have been something like more than 3,000 or 3,500 manufacturers before that time. And then within a few short years after the Depression, it was 100 or less. So many of them went out of business. And all those instruments, even, a lot of ones you don't know the names.
Yeah.
Really impressed with how well made they were. Serious craftsmanship.
Yeah, it was a very good piano.
But the Baldwin was a great piano. Cincinnati was a big butt kicker musically because John Towson and Willis Music Company.
Yeah.
All of that came out of Cincinnati at one time.
Yeah, they sure were. But anyways, you youngins out there, Leonard Pinario was very instrumental in influencing the repertoire that we play today. For one, all those Asian pianists in the competitions today are playing Ravel's La Valse for a reason. Pinario was the first one to do it. And what he did was, the story has it that he always thought La Valse would sound good on a piano. So he started writing his own transcription of it until someone told him that, Ravel already did it. And so he scrapped that idea and, bought the Durand copy of it. And sure enough, he had played it at all of his concerts with great success. Another work that he did was his own transcription of Gabriel Fauré's Pavane. A beautiful work if you haven't heard it. I'm sorry, Gabriel Fauré in a lot of ways has been sort of sitting in the shadows until fairly recently. There's a few, every once in a while you'll hear Nocturne in some competitor's program, which is wonderful. I wish we had more Fauré. It would be wonderful. I myself am working on some Fauré, as you well know. It's a work in progress. It's the Ballade, Opus 19. Wonderful work. Liszt heard it, played by Gabriel Fauré at one point, and he recommended that, it being so intricate, he felt that it would sound better with piano and orchestra, which Gabriel eventually did arrange it for piano and orchestra. So it's a wonderful work. If you haven't heard it, go ahead and check it out. There's about a dozen or so pianists on YouTube that have posted their performance or recording of it. Okay, so before we move on, the drill. I'll bring this up to you. Your lemon oil and your Corey piano polish. Be sure to keep those pianos and keys and whatever, nice and healthy. If you take care of your piano, it will take care of you. There it is. Okay, so,
Mr. Elmer.
Who's here? Oh, I forgot you were even here.
Hey, Dmitri. Hello, Marc. Hello, Mr. Elmer. I was wondering if I could talk to the peoples. Last week I learned that my boy, Igr, with his friend, with that alien guy, They left apparently in alien ship from Devil's Tower in Wyoming. And I thought Igor was going to come and stay with me when they finished things in Hollywood. And now he goes off with aliens. And I'm more than a little worried. Not really angry, because the boy is very adventurous, no?
Yeah.
But I'm a little worried. So I talked with a friend of mine who's friend of Vladimir Putin. And I learned, actually Putin sometimes watches this show. I don't know how it got to be known, but when I was in Siberia and was friends with Marc and everything, they're always keeping track of everybody in the Russia, So anyway, Mr. Putin knows about you and knows about us. And then he heard this story about the boys going off with the aliens. So he promised me that if anybody can find the ship, if they see the ship flying around the Earth somewhere, he is prepared to give us 2 Sukhov 57s, and they try to intercept and bring the ship down. Because I don't want the boys to go too far away, I'm kind of worried. So everybody, please write in and communicate with Mr. Elmer or Marc, and let them know if you see the ship.
Yeah.
Okay. I want my boy to come home. Okay, Dmitri, thanks for that.
Thanks for that.
Just kind of worked up about it,
Oh, I don't blame you.
Yeah.
Don't blame you. We are worked up about it too.
So
I mean, we were all worried about the things that are going on in California, and hopefully the boys weren't involved in all that chaos over there.
Oh, I saw the pictures.
Oh yeah.
They took pictures at the pool party.
Oh gosh.
Ooh.
Oh gosh.
My little Igor, he's growing up fast, no?
Oh gosh. I hope not too eagerly. Oh dear. Oh, those boys.
Yeah.
Those boys.
Okay, Dmitri, well, we'll let you know.
Yeah.
If we get any word from anybody.
Absolutely.
So everybody,
Yeah.
if you do
Help
see
him out.
anything, that ship, you know what it looks like, right? That one that was in the movie Close Encounters. Apparently, Steven Spielberg used real aliens and stuff, and they, I don't know how he paid him or what he paid him with.
Yeah.
But, and then they returned all them people that they, had gone off with them.
Yeah.
All the Navy pilots, they came back, right?
Yep, they did. All those years.
But what was his name, the actor? Dreyfuss.
Dreyfuss? Richard?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You think he's still with them?
I have absolutely no idea.
You think they're going to run into him on the ship?
I don't know.
Because he left with them, right?
Yeah, I think so. But he at least came back to do Mr. Holland's Opus.
Opus, that's right. So maybe he did come back.
So
They was very quiet about that.
Oh yeah, it was very,
Never
very
made a
quiet.
big
He
deal
didn't say
about
one word about it.
About coming back or anything
No,
like that.
he didn't.
Huh.
No. Yeah, but then again, maybe everybody had their minds erased about the whole thing.
When did they do that competition movie? Before or
Competition?
after?
I believe it was before.
Oh.
That was before.
So apparently he was a concert pianist too, huh?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Apparently
Well, that Richard Dreyfuss, he can do everything. Huh?
Oh yeah, he was also in that. He did a movie. It was really way out there. He was still a teenager, basically. I think it was like the movie was called "Hello Down Below" or something like that.
Mm.
And basically, it's a home that was built under the water.
Oh wow!
It was a home built under the water, and he was playing in a rock band down in the water. And he had his group, and he sings in the movie.
I thought maybe with the title, it was a story of a young boy's self-discovery or something.
Oh gosh! Oh, let's not go
That's
that
good
direction.
One, Marc.
Let's not
That is
go
good
there.
one.
Let us not go there. Oh dear.
Okay.
So, folks,
this show is clearly not for children.
Oh yeah.
It can be childlike, even maybe childish, but it's not made for children.
Absolutely. So, anyways, I have some thrifty stuff.
Ooh.
So, for all of you out there who've been with us,
Here we go.
we're going to our first segment
Are we
for the
going to wear
day.
hats just in honor of the boys?
We could.
Okay.
All right. Welcome to PSI's High Plains Thrifter. Here we go. Welcome back. Welcome to PSI's High Plains Thrifter. You know what the game is, folks? We go out and sometimes we go to thrift stores or book sales at libraries, or sometimes we just go look in the archives to see what we've left in the shelves or on the bottom of boxes. And here I bring forward to you a Gershwin CD released by Laser Light Digital.
Light.
Yeah, you remember Laser Light?
Laser Light was the one that released a lot of low budget.
Very low budget.
Budget.
Yeah. This one was interesting. I couldn't remember. I thought, when I don't remember buying it. Okay, but there it was, and I was wondering how come I got this, and I looked in the back in the contents. It features the Pittsburgh Symphony, conducted by William Steinberg.
Yeah.
And the pianist is one Jesus San Roma.
I've heard of his name.
You heard of his name?
Yeah.
Okay, well, good for you. This was the first time I've heard his name.
Did you play the Rhapsody or the Concerto or both?
It is the Rhapsody in Blue. It was the only one that's on here. And I didn't know anything about the guy. Here, I mean, it's a rather, generic looking cover. Yeah. Here it is. I'll show it to you. It's Laser Light Digital, Gershwin. There he is. Okay, here's the back. Okay, there's not much information written in the cover. Okay, Jesus Maria San Roma. He is from Puerto Rico. We don't hear a lot about pianists from Puerto Rico. He was born on November 7th, 1902. He died in October 12th, 1984. Yeah, that was while I was in college. His father, Jose Maria. Mother is Maria Torre de la Riba. And an older brother, Juan Bautista. Anyways, the young Jesus Maria, he studied music and took lessons at a music school in a place called Fajardo.
Where?
Fajardo? Fajardo.
Sounds about right.
Fajardo. Anyways, it was a music school. It talks. Tried to look for all the information I could find. It mentions nothing about who the teacher was. Nothing. 1932 or 1913. I'm sorry. 1913. He would have been 11 years old. He debuted at the local municipal theater. 1916, while he was giving a recital, he was approached by Jose de Diego. I'm not quite sure who he is, but he was so convinced of the boy's talent, he persuaded the government to give him a $600 grant to study in America.
Wow.
And study he did. He wound up at the New England Music Conservatory. There he would study with David Sequeira. Later on, he would graduate in 1920 and would become the first official pianist of the Boston Symphony.
Oh.
He held that position for 20 years.
Wow.
A long time. A long, long time. After graduating, he continued piano studies with one Antoinette Shumashevska-Adamovska. That's still in New England, I believe. But eventually he would make his way to Paris, where he studied with Cortot. He was with him for a couple months, June to July 1927, and he eventually made his way to Berlin to study with Schnabel.
Whoa.
Yeah, he was under his tutelage for, well, once again, a couple months, 1927.
Oh.
He has the honor. My goodness, I wish I had this honor. Jesus Maria San Roma in 1932 would give the American premiere of Ravel's Concerto in G.
Wow.
Yeah, isn't that something? Under the baton of Serge Koussevitzky.
Ooh, Boston.
On the very same day, someone else was performing the Ravel Concerto by the name of Sylvan Levin. This pianist was playing with the Philadelphia Orchestra.
Oh.
Let's see, later on, 1934, he would have the first to record, the complete recording of the MacDowell Concerto No. 2. In 1935, a year later, he would be the first to complete a recording of Rhapsody in Blue with the Fiedler and Boston Pops. I guess when they mean complete recording, I guess from beginning to end without cuts, because I believe Gershwin himself recorded it in 1924. So, but anyway,
did he revise it after that? Didn't
I believe Fairgrove revised it.
he?
So
but
perhaps,
with Gershwin's
yeah,
approval?
yeah, with approval.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's
Because the original was more jazz bandy.
Oh yeah, very jazz bandy.
And not so orchestral.
Exactly. However, this one, he does use orchestra. It sounds full.
Pittsburgh.
But it's Pittsburgh, yeah. But you can also hear in some parts the banjo and some of the parts. So I don't.
That's cool.
So he kept, at least retained the banjo. Now, anyways, it's a good recording. It's, he has a few touches of his own. He puts a few glissandos here and there, a few little ornaments here and there. It's a very unique, rendition of the Rhapsody in Blue. Very different.
So
interpretively, the pacing. He does use some really picked up tempos, though. A lot of picked up tempos. The lyrical section that's in E major. Ya da dee dee da 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 da. Here I notice that he plays it staccato, no pedal. Da, 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 da. No pedal, none.
that's interesting because when in the orchestra when they play it, or in the jazz band version, the woodwinds play it punctuated.
Yeah.
Pop 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 pop
Yeah.
pop pop pop. So he may have gotten influenced by that.
Yeah.
I'm curious of the latter part of this.
The latter part of it is all Gershwin himself on piano rolls.
Oh, these are Gershwin.
Yeah, that's
And he's playing songs from different composers, except
by
his
different
own.
composers, except for the last.
That's kind of
one.
interesting.
Yeah,
that's unusual.
It's very unusual.
These are so the latter part of it is 1, 2, 3, 4 pieces.
Yeah, 4 tracks
by different composers.
Never heard of them.
I think I've heard of Joe Gold, "Grieving for You."
Oh,
but it's Gershwin who did the recordings, and then he does his own Rhapsody in Blue.
Yeah,
that's kind of famous.
Oh yeah,
that piano roll for piano alone.
Oh, for sure.
But that's good for you.
Yeah.
Did you pull that out of your collection?
Yeah, I did. I pulled it right out of the collection. Now, next on the list is an interesting one. I have not seen this CD in ages. I picked this CD up, and I recall it because I remember the front cover. It's a very unique cover. It's a list CD I picked up over at the former Borders bookstore on Henderson.
They made a big splash for a period of time.
Oh yeah, they did.
Did they went out of business?
I have no idea.
Did they go bankrupt? I
they
will
could
look
have.
it up, but
yeah.
I remember when Borders hit in Madison, Wisconsin. They opened a big Borders. It was amazing. Actually, I think it was at the Borders in Madison where I bought, because of Ellsworth, my teacher was friends with John Cage.
Yeah.
I kind of went crazy at the Borders. Can you imagine? This is a section, all music composers and all that.
Yeah.
And John Cage was just like this much on the shelf. John Cage.
John Cage. Oh boy.
So you can imagine how much space Beethoven took up.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I have a number of John Cage books.
Yeah.
And I've added to them at different times from different things, but a few of those books I bought at that Borders bookstore in Madison. Yeah. It was amazing. It was like...
It was a wonderful place.
It preceded Amazon in the sense that I don't know if it was their policy, but it's like they had a copy of damn near everything available. It's almost like the public version of the Library of Congress. It
Absolutely.
exists, it's on our shelf.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. Borders, I have to, from what I recall, it was definitely a place for those who were seeking intellectual pursuits.
Yeah.
Some of those books,
yeah,
they were very highbrowish and very
thank
something
God.
you would expect from
was
university professors.
That was made to appeal to a lot of different people, but it was not a populist pop kind of.
Oh no.
Light trade kind of bookstore kind of thing.
No.
This was a place where serious people go. Let's put it this way. Suddenly, all over the country, you could behave like you lived in New York, Boston, or San Francisco in terms of those bookstores.
Yeah.
I mean, New York bookstores are famous, right?
Yeah. Oh, and but the one over here that used to be here, you had to behave yourself. If you had kids there, they would politely come over and tell you need to take control of your kids.
Yeah.
They were serious about it because nobody was like laughing or, screaming or there was none of that. Okay.
This is back when the intelligentsia ruled!
Yes, exactly. But let me show you this thing.
They got rid of us.
Let me show you this thing. I'm going to show this to them and then I'll
sure.
let you take a look at this thing. A very unique cover. Very unique cover. This CD contains, the first track is the Totentans for piano and orchestra.
Oh.
The second track is the Fantasy and the Hungarian Fantasy, basically.
Oh.
And then the third track is Totentans again for solo piano. And the final track is the Hungarian Rhapsody number 14, which is actually the solo version of the Hungarian Fantasy.
That's interesting.
But the pianist here, some of you may not know this person. This is György Orvesh. Here.
No,
Orvesh. There's not much written about him. How do you say it? György? György.
Yeah, this is all Hungarian. So Budapest Symphony, Balázs Kosár is the conductor. György Orvesh. Great for them,
Yeah.
I bet it's done well, huh?
Oh, it's done superbly. Superbly.
It's a heavy one, too.
Yeah.
Back in the old days.
So, anyways, György Orvesh. Born 1963. He is still with us. He is present.
Why not?
Is
born a year after me.
Yeah. And he is teaching at the Liszt Academy. Ooh. This is where he studied, where he did all of his graduate work, where he performed, where he did all of his studies. That's him. He kind of looks like Liszt, doesn't he?
Doesn't he?
Yeah, look at the hair. Anyways.
He don't look like that now.
No, he doesn't.
Because he's only a year younger than me.
Sure he doesn't.
Or show him now.
Okay, here you go.
Boy,
look at the gruesome statue in the back.
Yeah.
Look at the gruesome. Oh, jeez. Look at this. It's kind of gruesome. Look at the statue on this.
Handsome, dramatic boy.
Yeah. I don't hope this is not too close. There you go. But, yeah. Anyways. There was not much written about this guy. All it talked about was the number of teachers he studied under and the competitions he went to. But of note here, he studied with one István Lantos, but he also studied with Zoltán Kocsis.
Oh, yeah?
Who was very complimentary about his playing.
Oh.
Very complimentary.
Oh.
He says he had all the makings of a real artist.
Mm-hmm.
Zoltán Kocsis. He is a pianist, I have to admit. Some of you, we don't talk about him very much. but I have to put him in my top 10.
Yeah.
Zoltan Koksis, he's no joke. He does everything well.
Yeah.
He plays Bach. He plays Beethoven. He plays Mozart. He plays Haydn. He plays Rachmaninoff. He plays oodles of Liszt. He plays Bartok, Debussy.
Do you think it's because they got locked behind the Iron Curtain? Because when you think about it, Grandpa Liszt is the one that created this whole world for us, right?
Yeah.
Hungarian.
Yeah.
And, I mean, Hungary continues to produce amazing keyboardists.
Oh, yeah.
You know, and some of the older famous ones was Von Dochtnany, for example.
Von Dochtnany, yeah.
And the Liszt Academy is quite well regarded.
Oh, yeah.
The Hungarians are constantly highly regarded in music and stuff, but you don't hear about them so much. And I wonder if it's because of the Soviet world thing. Because remember Thomas Bashari?
Yeah, Thomas Bashari.
Thomas Bashari.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
And invariably, when I hear him play, I mean, wow.
Oh, yeah.
Now, Radu Lupu was Romanian?
Radu Lupu was Romanian.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
But there's some amazing people that come in, and it's a different school. You know?
Yeah, very different school.
I would say historically, it's even independent of the Russians.
Mm-hmm.
It had its own kind of training and way of playing. Miss Van Til, who I studied with in New Jersey, she had gone over and studied with both Bela Bartok and Ernst von Dochtnany. And you know the interesting thing is, I thought was very interesting, she said she studied piano with Bartok.
Yeah.
She studied composition with von Dochtnany.
That's the weird
One
part.
might have thought it might have been the other way around.
I know.
I mean, Bartok was a fine pianist.
Oh, yeah, he was. He was.
She told some great stories about him, too.
Yeah.
But, well, the most experience I've had was when I was in Serbia at a World Piano Conference.
Uh-huh.
And it's interesting, that part of the country there, they actually have a, what do you call it? I'm trying to think of the Egyptian word. Obelisk. They have an obelisk near the government building, the more modern one.
Yeah.
Because the building was actually, the city was built by, I forget who it was, Maria Theresa, but an Austrian empress. She took an interest in the place, and she got the architects together and everything. And at one time, it was in the northeastern boundaries of the Austro-Hungarian Empire.
Mm-hmm.
And she started this city up called Novi Sad. Historically, the settlement goes back to the ancient Romans, because the grapes that they grow in the hills and up on the mountains were planted by the Romans. But it's on the Danube River or somewhere near there or something like that. But there are 4 languages on each of the sides of the government, what do they call that thing? The obelisk.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So there was Serbian, German, I don't remember the other one, and Hungarian. Because Hungarian was a common language in that part of the world.
Okay.
And the cool thing was, I immediately, once I found out about it, I went and explored some of the Hungarian restaurants in
yeah?
Novi Sad.
How was it?
Real Hungarian food.
How was it?
That was incredible. I mean, what's the famous soup? Goulash.
Goulash, yeah.
Wow. It was amazing. It was really delicious.
I'm sure they were all like, goulash. He likes goulash, so give him goulash.
Yeah, I think they're very proud of it. It was a small place. It was like a restaurant where there's probably some seating up in the inside. Had to have been in cold weather. But outside there was like a kind of a courtyard kind of area. And it was interesting because you had to go in. People told me about it.
Yeah.
You had to go in through the buildings on the street,
Uh-huh.
through this kind of alleyway, and then back in there, which is very 18th century and back kind of architecture. You know, where the streets are like, boom, right there. The big houses, boom, right there on the street. But the interesting stuff is back in the courtyards and the back street stuff. And I went back in there, and it was shady. There was some trees, old trees that grew there. And I remember having Hungarian breakfast. It's a typical European thing, it's like charcuterie, so different kinds of meats, cheeses, and things like that. With some, I later learned, I was living in Turkey at the time. I think they call it ajvar, which is it's a paste made from sweet red peppers. And who knows if it came from the Turks or from the Hungarians, but it was really good. And it was an interesting trip. I'll shut up after this.
Oh, that's okay. I want to hear more about the food.
This is the same place where a bunch of us were talking about these two little gypsy boys down in the market area, Market Square area, big area. And they were out around lunchtime and stuff playing. There was his brother who was playing the guitar quite well. Who's the famous 1920s jazz guitarist who was recorded? Django Reinhardt.
Oh, Django, yeah.
That kind of playing was really quite good. But the boy, his younger brother, was 10 years old, playing his violin like Jascha Heifetz. I mean, unbelievable virtuosity. All over the place, and like this crazy ease, the way he was doing it. And some of us had been out, and the word kind of spread around because it was a big international piano conference, and people were talking back at the things. Did you see that gypsy kid out there? And so finally, the director of the whole conservatory, and I can't think of his name, but he actually got his doctorate in the United States at Yale.
Wow!
And then using those kind of connections and that kind of influence, he created this World Piano Conference, which is still going on in Novi Sad in Serbia.
Wow!
And we actually were with him when he came out to hear the boys play. I don't know. He seemed mostly interested in the violinist because the father was there.
Yeah.
And he talked to the father about it. Ultimately, we learned later, and he told us, like drinks and stuff later on in the day, what he'd worked out. They were offering a full scholarship for the lifetime of the boy.
Wow.
He'd never have to pay a dime and take lessons at the best teachers, conservatories.
Not
I don't know what came out of it. But
Not
the
bad.
father had a stipulation. He said, but my boys, they make money for the family. Because we get a lot of money on the street when they play.
Do their thing.
So the conservatory even agreed to help the family, maybe find some better quarters and to do okay.
Wow!
I don't know if there was any money outlay or anything. But the other thing the father insisted on, I want him 1 hour a day. He can go out and play in the public on the streets. And I said, okay. Well, so the kid was still going to go out and play, presumably, for money.
Yeah.
But just Dad thought it was good to keep him in the gypsy spirit.
He would have made a killing on Hungary's Got Talent.
Yeah.
They have that. I wonder if they have one.
It's actually in Serbia.
Serbia, okay. Serbia's Got Talent. So.
But the Serbian food was amazing too.
Oh, yeah.
This very interesting mixture of Turkish, Ottoman Turkish food culture is real extraordinary, amazing.
Oh, I'm sure it was.
The Ottomans actually controlled, that part of southeastern Europe for a long time, which is part of the historical complications of Serbia versus Bosnia-Herzegovina and all that. That went back hundreds of years to the Serbs being repressed because they stuck to themselves, where the Serbs in the south converted to Islam and did well. And the Serbs in the north hated them for that. And that manifested in the late 20th century as the wars, But you remember was it the Turkish Rondo, right? Or March,
Turkish Rondo.
Of Mozart. That's all because
Turkish March
there was a
of Beethoven.
famous battle that happened way down from way up above Vienna. You can go to this place. There's a cafe there at the very place. There's a kind of a smallish raised stone wall, and then there's a plaque that says this is as far northwest as the Ottoman army ever got.
Wow.
And it's amazing because you look down there and it's quite a ways down. But there's no way they could have managed to come up.
Mm-hmm.
So the Viennese managed to save themselves. But the culture was so influential because, who was it? Daniel Steibelt, remember? And
Daniel
his wife
Steibelt,
with the cymbals.
Tambourine.
And he was stupid enough to do a competition with Beethoven.
Beethoven, yeah.
But the people said that they were quite taken because, his wife was good to look at.
Yeah.
And she played cymbals.
Yeah.
But
Daniel Steibelt, by the way, he was well renowned for his tremolo.
Yeah.
Which might explain the pathetiques.
It's interesting because the instruments that began to come out quickly out of Vienna.
Yeah.
Mid Beethoven's life and Schubert's life, more as a young man and all that. You look at some of those early Viennese pianos, and there were all kinds of pedals for stops, almost like in a sense like an organ or a harpsichord. Yeah. And they had like a cymbal stop, and there were different effects, sound effects that you could make with it. And apparently, it was the Turkish culture and the fascination for all of it that kind of led to the invention of those kinds of things. It became very faddish, F-A-D-D-I-S-H, to do that. And when they had costume parties and stuff, people would dress up in turbans and things like that. And that was the thing, They were the enemy, but they were obviously quite
stylish.
Well, and exotic, They thought of them as Asians. Yeah. In a sense, they are. The Anatolian part is.
Yeah.
But anyway, that got in with the Hungary kind of thing.
Yeah.
But there's some interesting history, complicated history in southeastern Europe and the influence of the Turks and things like that. There was that woman, Bathory. You remember this?
Who is it?
Bathory. If I can find a picture of her, I'll put it up. The stories may have been elevated beyond the real truth, but there's a famous movie that won Julie Deppy, didn't she? Was the actress in it?
Okay.
I think it was a French actress that played her, but she was 1500s. Her husband had been a great warrior for the Hungarians, and he may have gotten killed, and then she inherited the property. But there were other people, including, I think, the king or somebody, who, back in those days, well, what's a woman doing owning all that property and having all that power? Yeah. And they challenged her and all this, or wanted. And what some people believe the real truth is, they just wanted her territory.
Yeah.
And wanted her property and her buildings and all that kind of stuff. But the stories that rose up, this Countess Bathory, I forget what her first name was the one who became fascinated with maintaining her beauty at all costs.
Oh.
And she sacrificed the young women. And bathed in their blood.
Yeah, I remember that.
That was a pretty interesting film.
Yeah, that's pretty.
There's some interesting stories about blood. I mean, lots of blood. Yeah. Because Prince Vlad. Dracul.
Yeah.
His whole story is bound up with the Ottomans as well. And I think, it sounds pretty much like those stories. He wasn't a vampire, but the stories about how brutal
the war.
But he was basically, in a way, waging a guerrilla war against a massive Ottoman force. But he scared the bejeebers out of him because he would run these guys, the Poles up their butts and stuff, leave them on the dying,
leave them hanging up there. Yeah.
And there was one time when the Ottoman army showed up.
Yeah.
And there were 5,000, at least they believe 5,000 or more guys who had been, what do they call it? Impaled in the field.
Yeah, he was known as Dracul the Impaler.
And it so scared them that they ran off.
Yeah.
It didn't ultimately work. I mean, eventually it was a bad ending for him, as it was bound to be.
Yeah.
He was overwhelmed. But I think those stories were made up because...
Well, the legends themselves is part of your defense.
Yeah. Well, it's what kept him at bay for a long time.
Yeah.
But he was also vengeful because earlier on in his life, basically he and his brother were both allowed to be taken by the Turks and held as ransom so that the father would obey the Turkish control. And so both of them grew up in Constantinople, I think. They actually were there. And the brother actually, more or less, I don't know if he converted to Islam, but he became a great friend. Or he got along well. He decided, when in Rome, do it. And became quite well acquainted, even like with one of the sons of the imam, not the imam, what do you call those guys? Turkish leader, the Sultan. But Vlad never gave in, and apparently had a really hard and abused, tortured life. I mean, he was very intelligent. He was a good fighter. In some ways, he apparently developed his skills by being so fierce with him. And in Turkish, they didn't kill him or anything because that would not have worked well, because then the father and other people would have waged war against them.
Yeah.
They had to keep him alive, but they kept him under control because they kept him there. And at some point, I think he escaped. That's how he got away. But
Gosh, Marc.
then he lived the life of a rebel leader, and he took some vengeance out on some people back home.
Yeah.
So he wasn't, God's little angel, but
no.
It's interesting because the stories about him are, I mean, who knows? There may be vampires. I definitely think there's energetic vampires in the world. But a lot of that stuff is sadly built on this man's
brutality,
but tragic life.
Yeah.
And this Bathory woman, too. Who knows? Her life ended, unfortunately, though, because she was walled up in a room in her castle and lived there for more than 10 years. Maybe, I forget how long it was. Apparently went nuts, They had a little hole in the wall where they could slip food through and stuff, but no one ever saw her. She never came in or out. Probably never got to bathe, I don't know.
Wow.
But she lived a while before she died. Anyway. Oh, this is all about
the Hungarians.
So
we go
really,
from bliss.
Oh, and I saw a video, actually, a travel video on YouTube recently, just to watch something.
Oh.
It's a beautiful countryside.
What is it?
Hungary.
Hungary? Oh, I'm sure it was.
Wow.
It is.
And I mean, that whole area in Transylvania and Romania, it's really, wow, and castles and hills and mountains and things like that. It's interesting. Europe is like some of the more majestic and beautiful regions of the great western United States in the mountains, this area, right? But ours are more like, maybe like Switzerland, or even bigger than Switzerland. It's like, wow, so spread out.
Yeah.
But, I mean, these little countries, how big is Hungary compared to something in the United States? It's just easier to access all this stuff because it's all closer together. But it's incredibly diverse geology and all that, and oh my God, it's so beautiful and green.
And green.
Oh.
Well, you talk like you were in all these places.
Well, I've been to a few things, yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, I was in Serbia and moved around there. That's where Tesla's from.
Yeah. So
sorry. Anyway,
that's all right. That's all right. We were still talking about Hungary and list here. Right. Oh, by the way, before I forget, mark your calendars, folks. If you have Spectrum or cable of some sort, and you got all these hundreds of channels, the Turner Classic Movie Channel will be broadcasting on Tuesday, July 14th at 2:30 a.m. Listomania. Starring
Really?
Roger Daltrey.
Wow.
Paul Nichols as Richard Wagner.
What's the
Ringo Starr as the king.
Yeah. What's the director's name?
Russell.
Ken
Russell.
Ken Russell.
Ken Russell.
He's the guy that did all the famous classical musicians.
Yeah, he did.
Liszt is like the Michael Jackson of his time.
Oh, yeah.
And the weird Mahler one.
Mahler one. Yeah, the weird Mahler.
With the lady with the outfit on and the Nazi symbol.
Yeah. Did he do Elvira Madigan as well?
I think
he did.
So I think so.
I think he did. Elvira Madigan.
Yeah.
Music Lovers, which was about Tchaikovsky. That starred Richard Chamberlain. I don't know. Did I ever bring that movie in?
I've never seen it.
Okay.
But very, in his time, a little and contemporary kind of take on the whole subject matter.
Yeah, exactly.
But they're fascinating films. I've seen The Mauler and The List.
You have seen The Listomania?
Yeah, a long time ago. And The Mauler, and I thought there was another one I watched.
You never watched Elvira Madigan?
No.
Okay, because that's a really famous one. It actually won an award.
Yeah. Yeah, the soundtrack got a whole record.
Yeah, like Grammy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh boy, that's interesting. Oh, by the way, I did not know this, but Leonard Pinario won 2 Grammys.
Wow.
2 Grammys for a couple recordings he did.
Classical stuff?
Yeah. Oh. Amazing. It blew me away. I didn't know he did that. And supposedly, somewhere along his career, his records, they say, sold just as much as Walter Gieseking's at some point. You know, and you know what Gieseking's about. I mean, he's like complete Bach, complete Beethoven, and complete this and complete that. Pinario didn't do that. I mean, I think the only thing complete he did was, I know he did the 24 Preludes by Chopin and complete waltzes. He did Mussorgsky's Pictures, and I think that was it. I mean, he did. I think he did all of the Rachmaninoff Concerti. Oh, get this! I saw an interview of him. He has 42 concerti under his fingers.
Wow!
Of which he in a single season he will perform 16, sometimes 17 concertos in a single season.
Wow!
That's a man that doesn't stop.
Yeah.
A pianist that doesn't stop. Can
you
imagine?
So you have to start thinking more a talent like that belongs on the iceberg.
Yeah.
Because that's pretty impressive stuff.
Yeah, that's very impressive
I'd
stuff.
say maybe in terms of his fame, you guys know who Leonard Pinario was? Or do you know the name? Let's say, I think at least part of him would be sticking up on the top.
Pretty close to the top.
He may have his feet somewhere in the water.
Yeah.
But part of him is at least sticking up on top of the iceberg.
I mean, he toured with Heifetz and Paderewski.
Oh, that's right.
He did.
When Rubinstein
was absent,
they he was the substitute.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah. I mean, very few get to perform with those two.
Ooh.
The only other one I know is Eugene Nistaman. He traveled with them as well.
Yeah.
So they had their pick of pianists, and they picked those two.
Mm-hmm.
So. Okay, folks. All right. I'll get to that later. So we're going to a new segment?
Or is this part of that one?
Oh, did you want to...
Is this a thrifty thing?
Yeah, I would imagine it would be.
Okay.
Okay, let's do it.
All right. So, I was thinking, because I was like looking through stuff recently. I haven't actually listened to any of it recently, but I was looking through them.
Okay.
I was just thinking about the good old days of LPs.
Yes.
You know, and one of the cool things is on any old LP, there was information written on the back of it.
Yeah.
And it was different than the information that's often given in a booklet in a CD.
Mm-hmm.
That became, the CD stuff tended to be more standard historical placement of the piece and a story that you could read from a lot of different sources.
Yeah.
Where because, and I don't know, this was true in the United States, so I'm not sure about how things were done in Europe at the same time.
Yeah.
But there were some really famous people that would write the essays.
Essays,
to put
program notes
on the back.
Yeah.
Clifton Fadiman wrote some of them. He was a guy really involved in literacy and literature and, you know, the brainy intelligentsia kind of stuff that would have been included in Wisdom magazine, that kind of movement and everything. And I have a wonderful Rubinstein monaural recording of the, I think it's second Chopin, and the, what's it called? Is it the third concerto? Szymanowski.
Oh, the Symphony
The
Concertante.
Symphony Concertante,
Yeah.
And it's interesting because it's in a plastic booklet thing, and then there's a huge record-sized booklet, pages.
Yep.
And it's all written by Clifton Fadiman, and it's all about Rubinstein and everything like that.
Yeah.
And another one I have is a blue-bound box, which was written during Horowitz's retirement. And there's a wonderful booklet in there because it has wonderful black and white pictures of Horowitz with his
library,
his paintings.
Paintings, yeah.
I mean, the boy, he made some money and he invested. I mean, we're talking some serious impressionist pieces that he actually owned.
Picasso's and...
Yeah. So anyway, Time Magazine and Life Magazine, they both still exist, right?
I think, yeah, they do.
Well, they were together at some point, or I don't know if it was a corporate thing or they just participated together. But this was back in the day when, they call them audiophiles, right?
Yep.
And we've talked about some different clubs that we were in.
Yep.
Some subscription kind of things. There was, what was that one? The Something Society that we featured a ways back then.
Oh, wow.
And it had that letter from them. And what they would do is that they would import recordings from Europe for audiophiles in the United States and put them under their brand. I forget what it was. I've got something like that. And we showed them recently. Yeah. But let's just go chronologically.
Oh, why?
There was a Mozart collection. I do not have all of them. You can have the box there. I never finished the whole thing. I got started and did several. I have some of these, and I have the Beethoven collection. We'll see in a minute. More of those from the Beethoven Bicentennial. I don't know, maybe it says in here when this stuff was released. Why Mozart? Mozart would have been 91 or 56, and neither one of them make any sense.
Died in 1791, born 1756. Yeah.
So it had to have been somewhere in between. So I don't know if this had to do with anything with this. 79. I don't think it was historically connected, but this, for example, is just some of the late piano concerti. So there's Daniel Barenboim, Ashkenazi, Julius Katchen, there's Ashkenazi again, Karl Engel from Germany, the Salzburger Mozarteum, Clifford Curzon. That's right, he plays the A major.
Yeah.
And the C minor.
That's Sir Clifford Curzon to you, sir.
And Alicia Della Rocca.
Alicia Della Rocca.
She plays number 25 C major. There's Karl Engel again, and Alicia plays 27. But they're good recordings. I mean, they were really good recordings and great performances. The really cool thing is that they didn't go cheap. I mean, these are great artists.
Oh, yeah.
Now, they may have gotten the rights to republish stuff that was, I don't think they did the original recordings.
Yeah.
I think, but they managed to assemble all this stuff and probably got commitments from the artist to allow them to reproduce them.
It's a beautiful box.
I actually do have the companion volume. We decided not to get it down because it's
all right.
trouble, but
they get the idea.
There's a big oversized coffee table book that comes with this series on Mozart, and it's got full pictures and everything. It's quite beautiful. But then this was 1970, right?
Yeah, something around there.
Because Beethoven was born in 1770.
Yeah.
This is Deutsche Grammophon.
Yeah.
The Beethoven
Big celebration
collection. And I've got, I think I pulled this one out from the right side. So this is volume 11. There's a lot more than that.
Oh, yeah, a lot.
I think I bought 11 of them and then just didn't keep doing it. It's 1970. This was probably just a few years after that.
Yeah.
I was a paper boy, and I had my own money, and I was interested, and I got into some Time Life stuff like that. And, but this, as it happens, what I pulled out is String Quartets Part 2. So the Amadeus Quartet. And they're playing. I think was it the middle ones? How far do they go? I won't tell you everything, but oh no,
Who is it?
no, these are like the Razumovsky and the Opus 18. Whoa, no, goes up to 130. It's interesting. It says second volume, part 2, so there must be some other things that is in part 1, which is probably the one before this. But no, this is a good cross section of the string quartets. The 18 is not complete, and neither is the Razumovsky. But there's a good selection. It goes all the way up to 130 string quartet in B flat. I think it was in the basement for a while. I mean, I've always owned these, but it's a little musky. But I got these out because, there's multiple records, and it's, they're nice. Oh, there's a companion volume with that. A big, rectangular coffee table type book. And my copy belonged to Claudio Arau.
Oh, jeez. Claudio.
I have his book, his copy of it. I found it at a bookstore in Colorado, I think.
Belong to Claudio Arau.
Very proud of that because whenever he bought a book, he signed the top page on the inside.
Oh dear!
Just it was from his library.
Now here's what I'm familiar with.
Yeah. Now I didn't subscribe to this. I actually found this in a store.
Wow.
At the Album on the Hill.
Of the composer?
Albums on the Hill in Boulder. I bought this in September '92. What's the copyright?
Some of you may remember this.
This is '76.
Yeah, I brought one of these
I have some other
every
ones.
month. One of these from the library.
But I decided to restrict myself just to the classical period.
Yeah.
At least in terms of what I got.
Oh,
I have a one that was released by Wagner, Richard Wagner.
Yeah.
But look at this beautiful picture.
Yeah.
And you can maybe flip this in front of them, show
Okay.
the artwork and stuff. It's a lovely book.
Gosh, I learned so much from these.
These are really these are different. The Mozart and the Beethoven is mostly about listening to the recordings.
Mm-hmm.
There's little booklets and it's got some information, but this is supposed to be maybe a little more educational.
Yes, you're immersed in all this
But there's
information.
There's some great things in here. I won't say everything, but interestingly, the unfinished symphony, the Symphony Number 8, Chicago Symphony, with Seiji Ozawa.
Oh!
Isn't that an interesting combination?
Wow.
And then Eli Ameling and Jörg Damus do a bunch of songs.
Oh, you heard.
Juilliard String Quartet does some stuff. Paul Baldry-Skoda plays the big B-flat sonata. Doesn't say forte piano, must be on the modern piano. Cleveland Quartet. Boston Symphony. Oh, this is why Seiji isn't there with Boston. But Charles Monk is the recording.
Oh.
So, but just show them, maybe just flip through some of the pages. The portrait in the front is really nice. Yes. Not on the front, but the inside front.
Look at that.
Beautiful work and printing and everything. Yeah. People really put money into this stuff.
Yeah.
To produce some lovely things for people that really appreciate
they all
it.
look like this.
Lovely things.
They'll give you a picture like this. See? Look at that. All the information. My goodness.
Yeah, there's 1, 2, 3, at least 4 records in here, I think. So,
gosh, this brings back memories.
Yeah, just trying to share with you.
This is the world I grew up with.
People have been returning to LPs lately,
Yeah, I know.
I listen to them, and I've got a newer player, record player, that actually connects to my speakers through Bluetooth. So it's not actually wired to anything, but you can play it through different sources. And it's got a really nice, I think it's Audio Technica, needle cartridge in it and all that. So, and these things were made, as far as things go, as pretty much whatever the top end audio capability was. That's how these were made, and there's some good ones. Famously, Mercury Records was famous historically for kind of like jumping considerably ahead of the rest of the world in terms of the audio perfection that they could get. What everybody was always striving for as much as possible was to make it as live as possible, as much as being there.
Yeah.
And there's plenty of LPs that I've got here which are pretty astonishing. And I've kept good care of mine. You can put it in there for that too. Okay. Hill stands up straight in the box.
Yeah, I know. I've had one of these.
Mm-hmm. Do you own any of this stuff?
I don't own any of this.
Mm-hmm.
It's like I said, we were lucky to go to the library once a month, and I pick up one of these from the library.
Uh-huh.
And I enjoy it for about a month and read through the little booklet that came with it. It was wonderful. Boy, this brings back memories.
I thought,
it's a handsome box.
I for a while, man, just for a while, I was really getting a lot of stuff, and I realized now that I have so much, I should just pull things out of my collection and my shelves to share with the folks on the show, because it's kind of ridiculous if I keep constantly buying at this point, because I have so much
stuff,
to read or to listen to. I ain't never gonna make it. I mean, I figure I got, according to what those palm readers told me, I have how old am I? Yeah. I have 23 years left until I croak, according to what 3 different ones told me. 87. I'm 64. So, the time becomes a little more precious. Yeah. I ain't worried about dying. I know that we're immortal beings, just cross over. I suppose the pain part's not the fun part, but I don't have 40 years anymore, or 50 years.
No, we don't.
I got 23, according to those people. And I want to savor it all, dig into it as much as I can.
Yeah.
So I maybe change it a little bit. There is one thing I would like to get.
What?
But I'm not going to tell you what it is. See if I can get it. It's from Germany.
Okay.
No, I'll tell you what it is.
Is it music?
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
I think the company is called, it's Melos Records. Melos.
Oh.
And they release historic, rare recordings of European artists. I wanted to get this, but the way you pay for it was a little weird. I tried to use my American credit card, and I think they didn't allow it to go through or something like that. So I've got to find a different way to pay for it, maybe like PayPal or something like that. I don't know. They said maybe Venmo, but I don't do Venmo. I don't know what the hell that is.
Yeah.
But it is put together with the approval and participation of the estate of Walter Gieseking.
Oh.
Every possibly known recording up to this just present years that's known on CDs. It's a box.
Okay.
And an incredible book, probably akin to that. It is the Spanish guy with that beautiful book we talked about recently.
Defiant.
Yeah. That kind of detail stuff in the book.
Whoa.
Pictures forever. And there's also essay and stuff, but and it's all, ordained, not the word ordained, but approved anyway by the Gieseking family and estate, and they very happily participate in it. But the recordings from all over the world, wherever he might have been, wherever he did. Live recordings, radio, probably television. There is still television stuff in it. And then all the acoustic recordings. So I already own the complete Ravel, Debussy, and Bach that he had. And there's some of the most incredible recordings of certain things.
Yeah, they are.
His Les Joyeux, which was a studio recording, it's just beyond exciting. It's interesting because, you know, most people, what they often say is like, you know, they said when Godofsky went into the studio and recorded, people would say, oh, that's not Godofsky. It's so bleh.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And the repertoire is kind of bleh.
Very careful.
And then it's, yeah.
Yeah.
But people say, no, you got to hear this guy live. Well, the interesting thing with the Gieseking recording of the Jour, but I find it true of a lot of the stuff, but the Les Joyeux, it's like somebody in the Grand Prix, and they're taking those damn curves just to keep the wheels on the road and get around the curve. Just that kind of race car driver, and I don't mean like fast and stupid.
Yeah.
But just, and it's not reckless.
Yeah.
But it's that close to being a wreck.
Oh.
But under control. I just have never heard anybody's performance of it that's so incredible. And it's amazing the guy was like that. Because he's kind of a big boy. You know, just, you know, there. But when those fingers went working for him, holy crap. He's a more recent-ish fascination and love for me in my later life. Mm-hmm. I've known about him for a while. If anything, I became curious about all these different people with Schoenberg's book. Mm-hmm. Great pianists. But, you know, like we've talked about where we came from, it wasn't that easy to get access to stuff. Yeah. And until the CDs came along, and people got interested in the old-timey stuff. Yeah. How the devil were you going to get access to that stuff? You had to be at the New York Public Library or combing through used record stores where people had access to stuff like that, and, you know, their descendants just dumped their stuff at the used record store. And then you could find these incredible albums and things, the originals. But Gieseking and then Ignaz Friedman.
Ignaz Friedman?
I had read about.
They're both coming from Germany, or
the stuff? The whole Mellos thing on Gieseking, that's from Germany.
Oh, that's from Germany.
I think it's called Mellos Records, I think.
Okay.
I kind of found it by accident somehow, but there's a lot of other cool stuff.
Right. And the Friedman?
The Friedman is, I'm just talking about the artists I've become interested in.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I have some really great Friedman collections too.
Yeah.
But
ditto.
Yeah,
he was included in that the Phillips release of The Great Pianists.
Yeah, of course.
Wow.
That's quite a library collection.
Yeah.
And that actually, I mean, I'm a completist, unfortunately, and to get that complete collection now. Oh
yeah, it'll cost you an arm and a leg.
Yeah. Yeah. And I don't want to pay for it. Plus, you could find and actually see what they did with that. They may have drawn some of the best recordings. Yeah. So you get maybe one CD of the artist. In case some of them, they get 2 CDs, right?
Yeah.
And I've heard some of them, and I think I own just a few single copies, and they are, you know, something else. But this particular Gieseking thing is one that I think I really would like to get. And who knows, it may be, not that I'm going to die or anything, but just in terms of going crazy about collect. Yeah. Might be one of the last things I get, because I've just started to look at what I have, what I've assembled, and I want to dance with it. I want to eat it. I want to take it in as much as possible, you know. Because, my God, there's just so much of it. I'm feeling like that about things in general. So today I'm going to go teach. You're going to teach?
Yes.
But I've got some cancellations because of summer stuff.
Yep.
I got potentially 2 hours open. I'm going to take some music and practice.
There you go. You know? Well, I hope you enjoyed this segment. I want to go into our next segment.
Yeah.
We haven't done this in a while. Or have we? I don't remember we have. Okay. What the hell? We'll just do it. PSIs. All pieces considered.
Oh, we did that recently, yeah.
He did do it? I don't know.
But I can't get access to the old sound recordings anymore because I don't know. I imagine it's 3 Mississippi. Because it was the typing.
This is short.
What piece is considered?
Typing stuff.
That might be enough.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, cool. Some more typing, huh? Okay, here's a pianist that we've talked about on and off. Born in 1921, died in 2005. He was American. He was quite popular. He spent his final years teaching at the University of Cincinnati, the Music Conservatory. And he goes by the name Grant Johansson.
Oh!
Okay, so I have a piano work by him.
He wrote.
Yeah, at least one. At least this one.
That's another one of the great American pianists. But he really, for a period of time he was over in France, right?
Oh yeah, he's mostly connected with connected
music.
with French music.
Yeah.
I mean, he does
they
a
really
lot
like
of
him
it.
a lot.
Yeah, they did. I don't know how the
But
French felt about it.
Is he the one of them that ended up in Florida at the faculty? Where did he teach?
Last time I heard, he was in Cincinnati.
Oh, he was in Cincinnati.
He was in Cincinnati. He's been there for a long time.
Ooh.
I actually have
Was it Gary Graffman who was down in Florida?
There's
another. Gary Graffman's another one.
There's an Ivan Davis.
Ivan Davis was definitely down there.
Was definitely down there.
Yeah.
I have a recording of him too. And
There's all these names that are popping out now.
yeah, Ivan Davis.
Some really great pianists, right?
And some of these
States.
young ones out there may not even don't know who these guys are.
Well, their teacher might have studied with them.
Yeah.
By this time.
But anyways, here you have it. You might want to consider this one for church. This is a good one. There's not very many performances of it done these days. If you go on YouTube, there's some 1963 recording of him performing it. You'll get to hear it. Strangely enough, I didn't see any live performances as long as he lived.
Is it a video recording or audio?
It's an audio recording on YouTube, but they've got a picture of him
stuff.
sitting at the piano, and so. But there are other recordings. One by Pamela Palmer Jones. She's on it, and she made a music video out of it, so you get to see nature scenes, live nature scenes
What
here
was
and
that
there.
called?
This piece is called "Improvisation on a Mormon Hymn."
Oh,
Come, come, ye saints. It's for solo piano.
no idea. Is this something you pulled out of your collection?
Yep, out of the archives.
Oh.
Another performer, Melvin Windham. So and he plays it live on YouTube. So he's all by himself. Melvin Windham, he is a composer. So, but anyways, it's actually quite a moving work. I noticed in some of the comments below the videos, they've seen him perform it live, and they said after he got through playing it as one of his encores, he said there was not a dry eye in the house. So it's a very moving piece. It's a little bit of a piece of old time Americana. There's some interludes in it that sort of reminds me of a little bit of a Aaron Coplandish. The young Aaron Coplandist, where he did the soundtrack music to Our Town.
It looks very
Wilder.
playable.
Oh yeah.
Not something that's going to kill you.
Yeah.
But Grant Johansson was a tall guy with big hands. There's some stretches in there. He's written in such a way that even I could play it, but where his hand might fit over that 12th, I'd be moving back and forth between the melody and the accompanying note.
Of course. Yeah. It's a beautiful piece. It's actually a beautiful piece. If anything, it's, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 measures. He presents the theme. Then there's a refrain here that lasts 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4.5 measures before the theme comes back in again. And then you have another 6, 7 measures of an interlude before he presents the theme again. in the Grandioso segment in C major. The piece is in A flat major. The Grandiose section, con tutta forza, fortissimo, big chords. He introduces it in C major, and then there's another interlude again, back to A flat major again, subito pianissimo. I guess I would imagine this is one of the more touching spots here. Ends very quietly, triple piano. So, yeah. You want to move your audience to tears, maybe this one might actually do it. This is a New York, Oxford University Press release. There it is. I played through it a couple times. It's a nice work. It's a beautiful work. The tempo is larghetto sostenuto, metronome marking, quarter note, circa 48. Gosh, I need new glasses. I am getting my eyes checked here in a couple of weeks. So, anyways, there you go. One of my former piano students has a grandmother who was actually good friends with Grant Johannesson. They went out to eat all the time, and they went to go see movies together. The grandmother says that he was a very happy man. He just enjoyed life, and that was about it. I have one or two recordings of him. I have a CD recording. I think it was on released by Vox. He recorded roughly 8 polonaises by Chopin. A lot of but his main connection is really French music. He did it all. I mean, Milo, Satie,
I don't know
Poulenc.
if I bought it or if it's still on my wish list. That's how bad it is that I've gotten so many things and haven't been able to listen to enough of it and catch up on it. But I was looking at a 3 CD set of French music, and it was all played by Grant Johannesson.
Yeah.
A lot of interesting things. I mean, more, but what I mean is like 1964 and various people, Vincent Dundee and things like that. Yeah. Oh, have you ever heard of the composer Deodat de Séverac? I think so. Séverac, yeah.
De Séverac, yeah. He has a large collection of recordings of Deodat de Séverac.
Oh.
He's recorded a lot of it. I have one book that's released by the score that's about that thick, published by Salabert, and the textures are thin, but don't let that fool you. There's some intricate finger work to be done in there. So, anyways, that's what I have for you guys today.
It's a short show.
Yeah, well, it's an hour and a half.
Yeah.
I have some news for you, though.
Uh-oh.
So.
Good news?
Yeah, it's good news. It's good news. In about 3 weeks, 3.5 weeks maybe, sometime next month, Kathy, my wife, and I will be driving down to Alabama. We will be picking up a German Shepherd puppy.
Oh.
So we've already got one picked out already.
Oh.
It'll be a male.
Oh.
Its parents are champion show dogs.
Wow.
So Kathy wanted me to pick a name because I was familiar with German names. I was thinking Wotan. Is that how you pronounce it? Wotan?
Yeah, Wotan.
Wotan.
King of the gods.
Yeah. So. Yeah.
There's some other ones. There's Loki.
Oh yeah, we
fire.
thought that too. We thought that too. She knows who Loki is, and all she thinks is that disgusting character from the movie.
Oh yeah.
So she
There's
doesn't.
Fafnir and Fussell, but they're kind of dumb giants.
Yeah. So. But yeah, she.
Wotan's a good one.
Yeah, but she wants Wotan. Yeah, so she likes
good.
she likes the name Wotan. We did have a German Shepherd a few years back. I think it's been about 10 years or so, and we actually named him Krieger.
Krieger.
Yeah, Krieger.
Huh.
Yeah. sadly, he only lived 3 months.
Oh.
Yeah. So we had him for 3 months. He was, about yay high.
Oh, congratulations! You're getting back to the doggy business.
Yeah, the doggies. Yeah, Kathy really wants to get a dog. I mean, she's really a dog person, Kathy. I think it's because of me.
Well, yeah, she married you, right?
Yeah, she married me, exactly.
Or we're both kind of like that.
Yeah,
woof, woof.
Yeah, she has to walk and water me. Sometime next month. That's when we're
they're gonna let you know when they're ready.
Yeah, when they are ready.
6 weeks old kind of thing.
Yeah,
and all that.
yeah. It's gonna be a good size pup about this big.
Now,
probably.
if you want, since you go down there, I can look through my recipe books. There's some famous eating places in Alabama.
Oh yeah.
You might want to stop by a few roadside places.
Okay.
Even what's that guy? What's his name? Does diners, drive-ins, and digs, or whatever it's called.
Anthony Bourdain?
No, the guy with the beard and stuff, and he drives his sports car and goes all the place.
Oh, I don't know.
D&D. Diners, drive-ins, and something. Anyway, I'll show you the book.
Okay.
But there's some nice, interesting, kind of famous places in Alabama for the cuisine.
Oh, well, anyways, before we leave, I'll give you the name of the place we're picking up. It's the Banffy House.
Oh.
That's spelled B-A-N as in Nancy, F-F-Y. Oh. Banffy House. And these people, it's for them, they take German Shepherds very seriously. They only they'll only look for the finest, that are, healthy, strong, don't have a history of hip joint problems or anything like that. So that's what they look for.
What part of Alabama are you going to?
I have no idea, but supposedly they even pre-train the dogs, the puppies, and they listen to classical music. So Kathy's telling me, says, you better call the tuner right now and get that piano tuned, because I don't want him howling the way
you can imagine as the dog gets old, he's going to come to the music room. What is all that French shit? I want to hear Wagner.
Anyways, that's what we're getting. That's what we're getting. This German Shepherd.
Good for you.
So, we'll be looking forward to this one. So
I'm happy for you.
Well, thanks, Mom. So, folks, if you enjoyed our program today, I know it was a little light.
This will be easier to edit, though.
Yeah. And, gosh, I'm sure you'll do well. You always do well. So, anyways, you enjoyed our show. Please don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. Visit us on Facebook. Tell your friends, family about us. We're two fine fellas. Our experience, our mistakes, your lessons.
Mr. Elmer.
Yes?
Before you say goodbye, I just want to remind the people to contact you to the Facebook or through whatever media you have.
Okay.
And let me know if you find the ship.
Okay.
With my boys.
Yes. Well,
I want to
don't forget that.
Yeah.
He wants to get his boy back. So, plus, we want to see them all back.
That's understandable.
Tukey and
even little Tukey.
Poor Grobu.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyways, come back and visit us again. We'll be back for some more fun and stuff. Find out what we've been reading and listening to and what we've been playing. Have a good 2 weeks. We'll come back and give you a full report what happens.
Yep.
Bye, folks. This is
Dr. Mark.
I'm Elmer. And we are
Mark and Elmer's PSI Piano Scene Investigations.
Bye, folks.
See ya.